Yo, what's good, everybody? Noobs here with the Bring Video guys today. Welcome to my channel. Do all the things here. Click them likes, like the video, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Link to be below. Today we are going to do a video talking about the Day Before. For those who know what the Day Before is an upcoming video game that was going to come out next month, got delayed till November, where a lot of people are debating whether or not the game is or isn't even real. A lot of people feel like the game is fake. A lot of people feel like it's a scam. A lot of people feel like something's going on here that isn't right. So the people who made the Day Before put out a raw gameplay video, as they like to call it, and we're gonna watch it today and talk about it a little bit. Generally, when it comes to like me and how I feel about the Day Before, I said before when they first showed the first trailer that it was suspicious. There's a scene in one of the trailers that show a gas station, and the gas station is like signs look like they ripped it from a video game called Life is Strange. The overall look of the game and look of the gameplay looks very much like a copycat of the Division. Like they just copy pasted the Division into Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5 at this point. They switched engines and make it into their own game. No one knows if this game is real or not. You can't pre-order it. You can't put any money into it, which some people say it's not a scam, because how is it a scam if they have made any money off of it? Developers insist the game is real. No one knows. We won't know if the game is real or not until that launch day comes. We do get to see whether or not the Day Before is a real game. I'm leaning more towards that it is real, but I do see why people do think that it could be a fake game and not what it's about at all. So let's get into this video. Let's see what's going on. The Day Before. There's a lot of drama surrounding this game. So right out the gate, I'm getting that Watch Dogs feeling, where remember when Watch Dogs came out and it looked amazing. You look at the original trailer Day Before, the visuals for the game looked astonishing, but this looks massively downgraded. And the Watch Dogs, y'all know what happened when it came to that game, and it's downgrade. Basically what this video is, the developers are trying to show like just what the game looks like. They're showing this is the real gameplay and things like that. Just looking at it, looks like the frame rates probably aren't even that high. Like you're probably looking at 30 FPS right now, if I had to take a guess. The textures are a little bland and muddy. I saw someone say that this character model looks like they fused together Lara Croft and someone from Fortnite. She got ass though. The lighting looks very like the brightness is way too high. You craft your guns and your stuff in the game. So like let's pause right here. If you look down at the bottom left, you see your health, you see energy, you see water. Kind of tells me that this game is going to have like an actual survival mechanic for your health. Kind of think about playing any game like Skyrim or Fallout on the survival modes, where you have to drink, you have to eat, otherwise die or get sick and things like that. But this game's going to be similar to that, where you have to be consuming water, otherwise something there could be like some kind of negative effect to you not drinking water. I would also say, I don't know, because there's a trailer that this game had before where they show how you customize your gun. You put it on this tripod and you take pieces off the gun individually and add things on individually. It looks like they took that out the game. Like the tripod's still there, you can see it before she started customizing the gun, but now you don't see like that animation of it being placed on a tripod and she modifies the gun. It looks like they took that away. Maybe it's just for this video, or it could be like something they decided to just take out the game entirely for whatever reason. Again, we won't know anything when it comes to this game until it really comes out, or until like summer comes around and we start seeing like official gameplay that's not like this raw, kind of, there's still months before this game comes out, so there's a lot of work that could be done in this game. They're showing like individual items that you can customize and take off. An obvious AK variant. Does it show you like, I don't know if they went to the magazine or not to show you like how many bullets are in magazines? See right there, the tripods at the top right, top left of me. In the previous trailers, you will see them put the gun on the tripod itself, and you can look at it in a 3D way. Customize your gun. They didn't do it in that scene. I wonder if they're removing it from the full game entirely. That's how you loot. So it looks like you loot the same way you would loot in a game like Tarkov or any kind of extraction shooter, like, you know, PUBG. The game looks very, very lifeless. You know, yes, it's zombie apocalypse, but you will still think you'll see like some survivors hanging out because like there's nothing going on there. It's like 116 in mag by the looks of it. These zombies are going down pretty fast. You could say this person's very accurate, or it could be like playing on like the easiest setting, like where it's like just no difficulty at all. This is a very empty world by the looks of it, which again, I know it's apocalypse, but when I say empty world, I'm not just talking about lack of humans, but also the undead. Like, you would think there'd be like hordes of undead, you know, patrols of undead, things like that. Like, think about the game Days Gone. It comes to or the game World War Z. And that's why like seeing a horde around every single corner, but just seeing like just groups of zombies just walking the streets or around corners and things like that. It seems like a lot lacking here. That's a reused code. In one of the earlier trailers, they use these exact same numbers for a different alarm system in a different location. How fortunate there's just one purse left behind. Just that one purse. So again, adding to like the lack of like any atmosphere or wildlife. You don't hear any birds. You don't see like any deer, nothing like that. You don't see like, because again, generally it comes to like anyone who does like apocalyptic times from modern era, you tend to see like nature overgrow. You're starting to see the wildlife come back into the cities. You're just now hearing a bird, but you don't see a bird. The trees are very static. There's no like wind blowing the trees. Kind of curious like where the flashlight's coming from. You don't see a flashlight on like the straps of the book bag. It kind of looks like it's coming from like up here, like your peripheral vision, like forward. But you're not wearing any kind of like light goggle or anything like that. So it's kind of like just a magic light coming from the forehead. Like these little gates right here. This looks like the Dark Zone gates from the Division. Again, like this is the thing for me when it comes to this game. It looks like they just copy pasted the Division and then removed humans and put zombies. Yes, there are humans in the game. Like there's like just like kind of like Walking Dead. How there's people who are just bad. The game has that too, but you can definitely tell that they copy pasted some Division assets. And yeah, once again, when it comes to like zombies, you don't see like them really doing anything. They're kind of just like circling around in small numbers. And this game did tell that. This game did say like they were gonna have like just hordes of enemies and just a lot of zombies all over the place. You don't get that sense here.
All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm. All citizens are advised not to leave their homes.
Zombies are going down way too quickly. It's not just getting like headshots. It kind of just seems like just spraying and they die. just too quickly. You kind of want to see like usually when people do these kind of like demos, they try to show you every aspect of the enemy. You would think they'll like have the zombies come in close. You can see what they look like up close. You think you'll see the player get attacked. There's like a melee system in the game. Can the zombies grab onto you? You gotta show how to get them off of you, like things like that. You don't really see that in this video, which they should have showed. Like you wouldn't even know this was a zombie game if what you weren't told it is a zombie game. Especially if you compare it to other zombie games like World War Z, Resident Evil, Days Gone, or even Last of Us. The backdrop looks very static. Like it doesn't look like there's any kind of like textures or any kind of like skybox to make the background or foreground look realistic at all. It's like if you play like a bad MMO, like a really cheesy, cheap MMO, you try to look at you try to go to like the highest peak and just see through the horizon, and it just looks like shit. That's how this looks. Again, the world just seems very empty. You don't see like a lot of zombies going around. You don't see any kind of hordes. Like the two players who are here don't seem like they're in any kind of actual danger. You don't see like any NPCs, any quest markers. You don't see anything. This could just be like literally an Unreal like asset demo. Like thinking about that Matrix game that happened, where like the trailers you see from like Epic and the Coalition, they try to show like what the future Gears of War games could look like. So it's like an asset demo more than like an actual game. And that's it. That's the day before. I don't know. I feel like if you look at that video, you can see why people think the game's fake. You can look at it. Again, I think it's real. I think they are going to come out with this game. I think this is just the earliest like potential raw footage that they have that is after they downsize a lot of the graphical fidelity because maybe the game ran like 2 or 20 FPS. You know, when it came to like the first trailers we saw, maybe the game was running at 20, 30 FPS and they had to like downgrade a lot to get it to run better. And I just feel like this is just a naked version of it. Like the next few months, it's even like this could be like a video from like, you know, a few months ago that they decided to just throw out now. And by the time, you know, the whole summer lineup comes out, you know, at the Xbox showcase, PlayStation showcase, and things like that, we might start seeing, you know, the more trailers from this game in the studio where it does have the things that I mentioned that is lacking, like showing what zombies look like up close, showing, you know, is there any kind of animation that you can get in it's like getting stuck and things like that. I just feel like so far you don't see enough from this game to tell you you should play it. Like whether it's real or fake, it doesn't show enough. The developers aren't showing enough that says you should play this game. Because so far it just looks like you might as well just play The Division because it seems like it has the same kind of world building as a Division. You might as well play Days Gone because Days Gone is a zombie game that kind of has, you know, a similar aesthetic, but it's a story-driven game. Of course, it's single player and it's supposed to be a multiplayer game. You know, would you rather just play World War Z? So like, you don't really see when you look at this game, you don't feel like I want to play that. That's the issue that how Days Gone. Whether it's real or it's fake, it looks like one of those games where it's like, do I really want to play that? But with all that said, it's a video. Thank you for watching. Do all things algorithm likes. Now catch you guys on my next video. Y'all stay safe. Between yourselves, be boy, new somebody here. Deuces.